Here is a beginning of 2021 update on the 1971 Ford Maverick. If you're new to the channel, backstory on this car: I purchased it back in 2019 around April, and so two of my uncles owned it before I did. The first one is the one that won it in a raffle, which is pretty crazy. He paid $100 for the raffle ticket, and it was up in Wisconsin, that some event he went to, and he ended up winning it. He had to go back a few days later to pick it up. But yeah, so he had it for a little while, drove it, and then my other uncle, his brother, bought it from him, and then he wanted to do some things to it, but didn't really happen. And now it's in my hand. So I did not do this to the car. It was not me. One of my uncles, actually, he wanted to get it repainted. They sanded it down to the bare metal, and well, it never got painted. So it sat for more than 21 years, bare metal, and this is untouched so far. This is the surface rust that has built up on it. It wasn't outside for all that time. It was outside for a while, but a few years, but not all of it. I just kind of sanded down a little bit around the sides of it. I just haven't done the roof yet, but yeah, so that was not me. I'm trying to fix that. But yeah, so then now it's in my hands. When I got it, it hasn't ran. The engine hadn't been running in more than those 20 years that that they've been letting it sit. Because he had got it in the early 90s, and then he got another car like in 99, and that's when he sat it. So yeah, so more than 20 years. So some of the things that I have done to it are just the engine stuff, suspension, new fuel tank, interior. I did a new floor pan in the driver's side, so I got to do the passenger side. But yeah, so I guess to go through what was done in 2020 is, we can start with exterior. I did a little bit of sanding. This Bondo work and stuff is from before it got sat, because I guess this was like the next thing that was supposed to be done before getting painted, which was sanded down, and where the Bondo is at least. So they did the Bondo work and then just let it sit. But that's where we're at. And next is to get painted. I am missing a front valance, the lower part of the front bumper. So if anyone knows a good place to get one or has one at a good price, please let me know. I am looking for that. I don't need the rear. I do have the rear. I'm just missing the front valance. So I guess more into the car is, I did replace the fuel tank. It is not the same exact tank. This one is an F30 tank from Spectra. Changed the fuel level sender. The straps, the original straps that were in, did work with this tank. So for those of you wondering if you can use your factory straps or you have to replace them, mine were in good condition. Mine work fine with this tank. Electric fuel pump, and then fuel filters, of course, back there. If you haven't seen my fuel system setup for the EFI, check it out. That's where you can see more info on that. Changed like the leaf spring shackle. Brakes are still, these are the drums that were on it, just because it looked like when I took them off, originally when I first got it, the brakes were still good. So it looks like somebody had replaced them right before they let it sit. It is a 5-lug, which is nice, instead of the 4-lug. I like the slot mag wheels. I do have front and rear. They are staggered. The rears have a little bit of a deeper dish, and they're a little wider. Suspension, I replaced some of the suspension, or pretty much all the suspension parts, with factory replacement parts. I believe the only thing I didn't change was the pitman arm, and that's because I cannot find one. I cannot find a replacement pitman arm. If you guys know where to find one, please let me know on that as well, because that's the one thing I did not change in the suspension. I do plan on doing some sort of coilover kit. I'm still browsing around, seeing what I want to go with, but I do want to do aftermarket suspension, coilover suspension, something a little more fun. I did do an Edelbrock ProFlow 4 EFI kit install. I also have a video of that, so check it out if you haven't seen it. And it's been great. I mean, I can't complain with it. Only thing is I got to find a air cleaner for it so I can mount my ambient air temperature sensor, because right now it's just zip tied. So got to find an air cleaner for that. It's a 3-core radiator that I have in here. That's pretty good. Just factory water pump. You know, that's the original alternator looks like. New voltage regulator and starter solenoid. Newer battery. And yeah, so that's pretty much the engine stuff that I've done to it. Let's see. It's not a grabber, but it does have the grabber hood with the I call them snorkels and scoops, whatever you want to call them, but it is not an actual grabber. The bottom of the hood is kind of rotting out, so I will need to replace it. I would like another grabber hood, but I'll see what I can find, or if not, maybe hopefully this one can be repaired. It does have the grabber spoiler, do have the side pieces here, and then the trunk spoiler. Got the bumper and stuff, the rear valance right over there. Got to put that back on. Took it off for when I did the fuel tank, and I dropped the rear end to replace the leaf spring shackles and stuff, and then I cleaned it up and painted the rear end. Let's see what else. So that looks like that's about it on the outside. Oh no, I lied. I did do the grill with the one I had did not have the turn signals in here. I originally had the turn signals down here on some bracket, but I removed those. So I went with this. I liked it better. I like the clear lens better than the amber, so I went with that. Just cleaned up this grill and painted it. Came out nice. I need to put the emblem back on, Maverick badge. And I believe that is it for exterior wise. Well, I guess I'll get to that next of what I want to do, but interior now. That's the rear wheel there. Interior. So, if anyone else knows where I can get either a matching door panel for this side, which is just all black, or one with the Maverick badge right on it in blue, leave a comment down below, because I would like a matching set. The car came with those two, but didn't have a matching set for some reason. Must have been replaced at one point. I also don't have the armrest for this side, so that would be nice as well. So I have just the factory gauges. I did add a tack. It's not wired in yet, but I need to find a new mounting point for it, because I'm an idiot, and where I mounted it moves when you shift. I mean, I'm an idiot for not noticing that that is directly mounted to here, and that's what rotates. My fault. Now I got to redesign that. This is the prototype here that I made. Just clamps together with a bolt right through the middle. Let's see what else. Carpet's ripped out, so I gotta replace the carpet. I do have the consolette, which is really neat, because apparently not a lot of people have this. Opens up, it's got a lock and a key. Look inside of it, just a bunch of stuff in there. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool, especially just because I guess it's not a common thing to have in the Mavericks. So I like that. I also just have the bottom tray. I don't have a glove box in here. Then I got the radio there. But yeah, so that's where the Maverick stands. And for upcoming stuff that I want to do to it, upcoming projects, is I do need to get new rear tires. Front tires are new. Got those installed because they were really bad. These are still 18-year-old tires, you know, so I still need to replace these. But I did find a deeper dish, wider rim at the junkyard. I found some on a 71 Mustang. The nice thing too is I got 3 of them with the deeper dish, and it's a little bit wider because there was 2 on the rear and the fronts were the same as these, so I didn't grab those. But it also had a spare in the trunk, which was one of the deeper ones, so that was nice. It was a nice score. I think I paid 25 bucks for each wheel. I didn't have to remove the tires. I just had to slash them because they told me, I won't say what junkyard, but they told me if you take it with the tires, even though they were bald, they told me if the tires are still on, you have to take them unless the sidewalls are cut. So I just had to cut the sidewalls. I had to step out of the checkout, slash the sidewalls, get back in line, show them the cut, and then they said, okay, you're only paying for the rim. So that worked out. Another thing I want to do this coming year, which would be nice, is a disc conversion brake kit. And I got a Wilwood kit, and I didn't go with the big, jumbo, like 6-piston caliper, or even the 4-piston caliper that's a little bit bigger, because I want to keep the slot mag wheels. I like them. I like the style, especially because I bought the rear deeper dish, wider wheel, so I'm going to stick with that. So I got this kit. It'll fit. And everything looks really, really nice in this kit. Here's like the hub. Everything's really nice and machined. You got the part numbers in there, engraved. And the components are just really, really nice. And then this is like a threaded like dust cap for the spindle nut. So everything's really, really nice in this kit. They give you actually everything you need. All the bolts, washers, everything. You get everything in this kit. You get, you know what? I think I bought these separate. These are separate. The brake lines are separate with the fittings. Brake pads, and hub plate adapter. You get your bearings, and then the mounting bracket. And the caliper just bolts to these two holes here. More bolts in there, bearings. But yeah, you get almost everything in the kit. Like I said, I did buy this separately, but it's a very nice kit. Can't wait to install it. Keep an eye out for that video. Another thing I would like to do is paint it. I would like to get the body work done. I would like to get it painted. That's why I need the front valance. So please, guys, let me know. But yeah, so that's the plan for 2021. 2020 wasn't the best year for everyone. Hopefully 2021 is better. So hopefully, I can bring more content to you guys. I will be moving soon, so I will have a little bit of like a decluster sale on a bunch of spare parts I got for the Maverick. I got like turn signals. I've got like the factory air cleaner. I've got like the charcoal canister. If you guys are interested in any of that stuff, just let me know and we can work something out. But yeah, so thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. And one last thing, I do have these parts left over from my Maverick. They, I guess they're for sale. I'm just decluttering the garage a little bit. So if you guys need any of this stuff, let me know. I've got a mechanical fan. I've got some turn signals, 2 amber, 1 clear. I have 2 of the turn signals, but they come with the like bezel, the frame. Then I have the 2 turn signals I go behind the valance, in between the bumper and the valance. One of them has a rusted out bracket, the other one is still intact. Then I have the factory air cleaner with the snorkel, and then I also have the factory charcoal vent canister with the bracket. So if you need any of that stuff, let me know. And I'm also looking for a front valance and a matching door panel that I showed in my video earlier. So if you guys have one, let me know. All right, thanks.